There's something about sheer pace, the rawness of it. It's absolutely breathtaking, first off. The sight of anything fast and supersonic speedy because it's untapped, unmolded and unhindered. Innocently dangerous. In cricket, they say the sight of a massive six or the most graceful cover drives perfectly executed is magical, almost godly. But nothing comes quite close to the most perfectly nailed Yorker that has gone past the defense to break the stumps with the sound that can bring a whole stadium to its feet and gasp. That's the beauty of Mayank Yadav. All of 21, sheer pace, the most perfectly smooth action. Gold chain flying, fists pumping, the whole of India is hailing a sight of pace coupled with accuracy that they have not witnessed since Jasprit Bumrah burst onto the scene. You can tell if you watched cricket and have been wowed by the West Indian fiery bowlers, the fire of Babylon fame, the Ws as they used to say, or if you, like I, were born a little later, you saw some of the Aussie bowling greats led by Glenn McGrath, the tenacious South African pace led by Alan Donald and Dale Steyn, or the Pakistani fire-breathing Lankies led by Akrams and Wakars and the Imran Khans of the world. Nothing beats the sight of pace. And not just pace, controlled, accurate and lethal pace. That's what makes a fast bowler a deadly fast bowler. That's what makes Mayank Yadav truly a dangerous Mayank Yadav, the youngster that cricket world now is raving about. India's Virender Sehwag, who knows a thing or two about facing the fast bowlers, says Mayank is that X factor for Lucknow. He says what impressed him most was his accurate line and length. Ian Bishop, West Indian cricketer, who probably has the authority to stamp his remark on a fast bowler for obvious reasons, calls him the child of the wind. That's his moniker now and truly fits. And here's why. He's broken the speedometer in this tournament. He bowled the fastest delivery this season, 156.7 kilometers per hour, that is 97.3 miles per hour. He basically broke the record set by himself in his first match against Punjab, where he clocked 155.6 Ks or 96.7 miles per hour. And if you look at the top speeds in the league overall, Mayank Yadav is not too far behind some of the fastest, snapping at a record set more than a decade ago by someone like Sean Tate. So who is Mayank Yadav? Some snatches of reports say his father, Prabhu Yadav, struggled to find a place that would take him in to train because a family of very modest means implied all coaching centers were far too expensive. And then he finally managed to send his boy to a center in Delhi where they see the talent that he is and decide to invest in him. This boy is meant for big things. How the late Tarak Sinha, known to unearth and groom talent, spotted him 6 years ago. How his childhood coach Devendra Sharma alongside Tarak Sinha encouraged and saw big things for this tearaway youngster that Mayank Yadav was. Now all of 21, bursting with energy and the prospect of making it bigger of what it all could lie ahead. Mayank Yadav is stealing the show at the T20 League. 2 Player of the Match awards is no joke. That's 2 out of 2 in successive matches. His first 2 matches on the big stage. Talk about hitting the ground running. The last match in particular, he took out seasoned men like Glenn Maxwell, Cameron Green and Rajat Patidar to completely derail Bengaluru's run chase. His figures of 3 for 14 absolutely stupendous. And after that performance, he says he has only just started, and he says it with a bit of a smile. Look at him, that boyish, almost disarming face. If you are a batter in any other team, that is the deadliest weapon running down to bowl nearly at 100 miles an hour at you. Now, I started this story talking about speed being so beautifully and innocently dangerous. If that had a face, it would be Mayank Yadav. Clearly, it isn't just his boyish looks. There's got to be some charm in there because I'm showing you some snapshots of him receiving that cap ahead of that first game, and his teammates are all hooting and clapping and egging him on. Clearly, he's a favorite, a dressing room friend, someone they love to see do well. And what a team to turn out for too. He has Justin Langer, an Australian who knows a thing or two about fast bowlers, has been around some of the best during his time as player and coach. He'll be a great mentor. Vijay Dahiya, who's also part of the support staff, the former Delhi cricketer, reports say he recommended the franchisee to invest in this player a couple of years ago. I remember seeing a clip of Mayank Yadav asking Brett Lee how he could manage and maintain that pace for years to come. and he got advice from the best in the business, someone who himself has been searing fast through his career, and he got an answer too. This is what former Aussie pacer and a geocinema expert for the Indian Premier League had to say.
What I would say to Mayank is get out of the gym. Don't worry about lifting heavy weights. You know, light weights is good, but you need that lean muscle mass. The shape he is now is perfect, so I would work on sprint training. The faster you can run and the harder you work in training, so work at 100%, 10 metres further than your natural run-up. So when you get into a game at 85% running in, you feel a lot more comfortable. But lean muscle mass is the key. Biceps are good for the beach, but if you want to bowl fast, lean muscle mass.
He has Moni Morkel in the support staff, again someone who's sure to guide him well, having come so himself for the South African side, and another youngster with just as much enthusiasm and pace in Shamar Joseph in the wings. What a time and place to be in. The surprise is not that the league is throwing up a youngster. That is what it has done year after year. Whether it was Devdutt Padikkal one year, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Avesh Khan, Riyan Parag, Rinku Singh, even Mohammad Siraj. But what makes Mayank Yadav special is that he owned the stage, the big, bad, overawing international stage from the word go. It's not easy to get cracking from the first ball when the whole world is watching. That's the hunger to perform combined with the skill and frame. Rare. Did you hear it too? T20 World Cup is calling.